Welcome back. Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo has appealed to the African continent to put concerted efforts into dealing with illicit financial outflows. He says Africa is losing $88 billion per annum from the illicit flows. He officially opened the Democratic Union of Africa Forum in Kempton Park. It is a centre-right political parties alliance from the continent. SABC News reporter Khayelihle Khumalo has more.
Absolutely, quite a very important session here just in the east of Johannesburg. The Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo really speaking about a lot of challenges facing the continent when it comes to democracy, but also talking about the continent really having to shed its image of instability, talking about the current situation in Sudan, saying it's quite tragic, but of course quite a number of political parties as well are here. Joining us now is one of the co-chairs. Thank you so much indeed, ma'am. Such a very important day for the Democrats in Africa, especially because we know that the concept of democracy, there are always a number of challenges, whether you're looking at terrorism and, the issues of development, among other challenges. But what do you make of the session so far?
So thank you so much for having us. It's been great. So DUA, as I said, was formed somewhere in 1997 in Senegal. And over the years, at some point, we were very vibrant, advocating for fighting for human rights, the rule of law, security, and all of that. But at some point, there was a breakdown, especially with COVID becoming, it got worse. But I can assure you that DUA has bounced back, and last year we had our election in Abidjan. That was where I was elected. And this is our first forum. And this year, or a major event this year, it is to send a message out there that we are back and we are ready to equip our member parties. Currently, we have over 22 political parties, the vibrant ones, though not all of them could attend, but with the numbers you saw, with the personalities that you saw, hosting the President of Ghana tells you that DUA is back on its feet, and we are ready to build our parties and unite Africa, because we believe in cooperation. And when we are able to work together as African people, there are a lot that we can achieve together. And also the fight for democracy is something that DUA, that is our core mandate.
Yeah. And just before I let you go, ma'am, obviously a litany of challenges facing the continent as political parties with quite a fair geographic spread from the continent. What can you do in terms of improving the economic fortunes of the continent and make sure that Africa is able to reclaim its position?
Yeah, so it's all about leadership. I believe that if governments begin to really think about their people, begin to think about their livelihood, begin to think that the system rather belongs to the people, there are a lot of things that they can do correctly that the people will benefit from it. I think most governments are taking the people for granted, and I believe that we should be able to work on it and fight for a change. Yeah. All
right, ma'am. Thank you so much indeed for your time. Of course, say one of the co-chairs, a very important day here in South Africa as the Democrats. This is a very important union, really working so hard in terms of the improvement of democracy. We know the issue of, for example, the post-election violence, one of the major concerns, but also trying to shift the thinking in terms of making sure that the democratization project in Africa is able to be well entrenched. Khayelihle Khumalo, SABC News, Kempton Park.